Welcome back to my May reads for this month. I'm going to start with the most recent book that I finished this month and then go all the way back to the start of May. So I finished The Burning Side by Sarah Damoff yesterday, and I fear that this author is just going to be an auto-buy author for me from now on. I mean, her books are incredible, her characters have such depth, I love the different points of view, and just like, these characters just feel real and raw and human, which I love. So, highly recommend The Burning Side. 5 stars. And then I listened to The House of Fear by Marissa Meyer. Marissa Meyer has been one of my favorite authors, especially growing up, so I love most books by her, and this was a fun book. It definitely would have fit more in like the Halloween vibes. Kind of has to deal with curses and ghosts and things like that. So I rated it 4 stars, and I would recommend probably towards the Halloween season, or if you like kind of more spooky fantasy type vibes. Then I read The Help by Kathryn Stockett. That one I gave 5 stars to. I can't believe I've never read this one before. It was such a good book, and I had to watch the movie shortly after. Like, it put into perspective some of the things that these women went through back then, and I just loved it. So, and then before that, I had read The Calamity Club, which was recently released by Kathryn Stockett as well, and this one follows some women in a little bit of a different time period, and different scenarios and things like that. And I didn't love it as much as The Help, but I still enjoyed it. So 4.5 stars is what I gave that one. Before that, I read It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan in preparation for her book signing. And this one was a cute listen. I gave it 3.5 stars. I didn't really connect with the characters, but I did enjoy my time reading this one. Before that, I read Buckeye by Patrick Ryan. This one was a family story about different people and how their lives become intertwined and what decisions they make because of that, and also because of how they were raised. And so it just kind of delves into the human experience, which is really cool. So I gave that one 4.5 stars. And then I listened to Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I enjoyed my time at the start of this. I thought it's kind of like a speculative fiction, so I wanted to like figure out what was going on. And I just felt like by the end of it, it fell flat for me. But I gave it 3.5 stars. I still enjoyed my time reading this. You know, especially the mystery, the trying to figure it out, but there were aspects of it that I didn't completely love, and especially the ending. I just was kind of confused, quite honestly, so that might be on me. And then listen to The Henna Artist as well. 4 stars for that one. Really intriguing storyline set in a different time period, and so it talks about this woman who basically, she left her family because of certain reasons, and essentially her past comes back to her present, and she is trying to basically figure out how to make a living, how to just survive while also being there for people and helping people out. And you can tell that she has good intentions, but it sometimes gets lost in translation sometimes. So those characters felt very real, and I really enjoyed that one. And then I continued reading the Percy Jackson series, so I read the 3rd book, The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan. 4 stars for this one. Not my favorite of the series, but also still good and still a fun time. Great action adventure going on here. Very fast paced, so love my Percy Jackson. And lastly, I started the month listening to The One with the Kiss Cam, and that one I gave 3.5 stars to. I thought it was cute. There was like one sentence that just drove me insane, and I can't remember what exactly it was, but just like my science brain could not quite get with it. But it was, you know, set in Utah, so I related to some of the, you know, different aspects like the jazz game and things like that. So I thought it was overall a cute little romance story, and the characters did have depth, and but am I gonna remember it too much? Anyways, those are the 10 books that I read. I'm still doing good on my goals for the year, and I'm excited for some upcoming reads that I have planned in June. So stay tuned, and thanks for